Hey, Jared Elvich here. In this video, I'm going to show you the three-step process to getting started with OptimizePress. The first step is to download the OptimizePress zip file. Now, OptimizePress can be installed as a WordPress theme for those of you who want to use OptimizePress as your blog theme, as well as to create your landing pages, sales pages, and membership pages. Or OptimizePress can be installed and used as a plugin for those of you who want to use OptimizePress to create your landing pages, your sales pages, and your membership pages, but would prefer to use a different WordPress theme for your blog. I'm going to show you in this video how to use WordPress as a plugin. So what you need to do is find the Download Files area within the OptimizePress Members Hub website. Look for the OptimizePress plugin link, right-click on it, and download the OptimizePress plugin zip file to your computer. Now be sure to save this file somewhere on your computer where you'll be able to easily find it later. Now what this does for you is it downloads OptimizePress to your computer as a zip file. Once downloaded, don't unzip the zip file, leave it zipped. In fact, for those of you using Safari, it's not recommended that you use Safari as your browser when downloading this file, because Safari can sometimes automatically unzip the file or otherwise corrupt the zip file. Once you've downloaded OptimizePress to your computer, you're ready to move on to the next step, which is to install and activate OptimizePress. To do this, you're going to want to log in to your WordPress admin area. Once logged in, browse in the left-hand column to Plugins and Add New. Then you're going to want to click Upload. Once on this screen, you're going to click this button right here that says Click to Browse, or it may say Browse, depending on which browser you're using. Then browse on your computer where you saved that zip file and select it. Finally, click the Install Now button. Now you're going to want to be patient here. This can take up to 5 minutes in some cases for WordPress to install OptimizePress. Once it's installed, click this link right here to activate the plugin. Once activated, you'll see this screen showing OptimizePress as one of the plugins in your activated plugins list. That's 2 steps down, 1 to go. What we need to do next is activate your OptimizePress license. Notice, once the plugin is activated, over in the left-hand column you'll see this new tab that says OptimizePress. Click on it and you'll see that OptimizePress is asking you to enter in one of your API keys that you received when you signed up for OptimizePress. To find your API key, log in to the OptimizePress Customer Hub website and click on Activate My Site. There you'll see a list of the API keys you've been provided with your OptimizePress account. Select one of those API keys that isn't already in use and copy it. Then go back into your WordPress admin area and in the left-hand column click on OptimizePress if you haven't already. Then paste your API key into the field and click the button. And that is it. You are now ready to start using OptimizePress. So just a quick review. Here's what we did. We downloaded the OptimizePress zip file. Then we logged into your WordPress admin area and we installed the zip file. And then finally we entered in one of your API keys to activate your license for OptimizePress. So if you haven't already, go through these steps and get OptimizePress installed and activated on your website. Then I'll see you in the next video. In this video, we're going to take a look at the OptimizePress dashboard. You'll notice that when you click on OptimizePress over here in the left-hand column, you're automatically directed to the dashboard page. Now on the dashboard, you have these different tabs. Each tab has its corresponding set of settings or options over here. And I'll go through what some of these are, starting here with the global settings. In the global settings, this is where you're really going to go in there and you can set up some default settings. So for example, if I wanted to set up a default header that has a logo and a background color, I would come here into the header and logo setup. So let's go ahead and show you how this works. I'm going to go ahead and select a logo file. So now I need to look on my computer and find my logo wherever I have it saved, either on my desktop or somewhere else on my computer, and drag it from there right into this window so that I can upload it. Once it's uploaded, I scroll down and I click Insert into Post. And now you can see it has uploaded our logo. The other thing I want to do is come down here and set a background color for my header. Now you notice within OptimizePress, if you click here, it's going to open up this little color wheel where you can scroll and find whatever color you want. I'm just going to go ahead and enter in a hex code because I know what color I want. Excellent. Then I come down to the bottom and I click Save Settings. And I can go down through these other settings here and do the same. If I want to add a favicon, great, I can do that. If you want to have a copyright message here, so I'll put your company. And then you can add a disclaimer and footer navigation if you want to. As far as SEO options are concerned, OptimizePress comes packaged with some SEO options if you'd like to use them. If you want to use those built-in SEO options, go ahead and click on. However, if you prefer to use one of the popular SEO WordPress plugins like Yoast or All-in-One SEO, go ahead and just leave this set to off. Promotional settings has to do with whether or not you would like to have a Powered by OptimizePress message with your affiliate link at the bottom of each of your pages. If you'd like to activate that site-wide, go ahead and turn that on, and then follow the instructions here. Then you have some other more advanced options that you can use to set some default settings if you'd like to, and I'll let you click around on those. I'm not going to take the time to go through each one of these right now. Once you've made the updates or the settings that you want to make here, be sure to click the Save Settings option down at the bottom, and you have now set your global settings. Now, besides your global settings, you've also got analytics and tracking so that you can go ahead and add in your Google Analytics tracking code if you've got it, or any other kind of tracking code that you'd like to put, you would put in this one. You have email marketing services, which I'm going to come back to in the next video actually. And then you have social integration, where you can enter in your Facebook app ID to integrate your website with Facebook at the API level, which is really cool. So that's dashboard. So go ahead, if you haven't already, log in to your WordPress admin area and click on OptimizePress in the left-hand column to go to your dashboard, and then start setting some default settings if you'd like to. When you're done with that, I'll see you in the next video. In this video, I want to show you something really cool that we've implemented into OptimizePress for you, and that is the integration of email marketing services at the API level. Now don't worry if you can't even spell API, let alone know what APIs are or how they work. What API level integration means is that you no longer have to copy form code from your autoresponder service into OptimizePress. So you can create your opt-in forms using OptimizePress's awesome form templates, but now it's much faster and much easier. Now as I scroll down through this list, you'll see that the most popular email marketing services are already integrated at the API level. Now don't worry if you don't see your email service provider listed here. That just means that there isn't an API level integration available at this point, but you can still integrate your opt-in forms with the page builder, which we'll look at in another video. You'll see they've integrated with Aweber, iContact, MailChimp, Infusionsoft, GetResponse, One Shopping Cart, Office Autopilot, and look, they're also integrated with GoToWebinar and Campaign Monitor, which means you can set up a landing page using OptimizePress and then add an OptimizePress opt-in form to that landing page, and then you can integrate it into both GoToWebinar and, let's say, Aweber, so that when somebody comes to your landing page, fills in their name and email address, they're added to your Aweber list, but they're also added immediately to your GoToWebinar account and registered for your webinar that you're going to be hosting. Pretty cool, right? Now each one of these services has their own method for connecting through their API, so you'll want to click on the corresponding one for whatever service you're using. So if I were going to connect Aweber, I would click here on Aweber, I'd click Connect, then I'd enter in my login details here, and click Allow Access. And there we go. Aweber is now connected to my OptimizePress website. And you'll see how powerful this is as we go through the page builder in another video and I show you how this all integrates together. So if you haven't already, go ahead, log back into your WordPress admin area, click on OptimizePress in the left column to go to the dashboard page, come down here to where it says Email Marketing Services, and go ahead and click on whoever you're using for your email marketing service and connect it through the API. Once you've done that, head on over to the next video where we're going to start digging into the real meat of what makes OptimizePress so powerful. I'll see you there. In this video, I'm going to show you how to start building your pages using OptimizePress. Building pages in OptimizePress really is a two-step process. First, using the built-in OptimizePress page builder, you're going to create your page and then choose a basic layout or template for your page. Once you've done that, the second step is to use the built-in drag and drop live editor to add the specific elements you want on your page and then edit and customize them however you'd like. So in this video, we'll look at the first step, the page builder. So let's take a look at how to start creating your pages. The first thing you need to do is launch the page builder, and you can do that from wherever you're at in your WordPress admin area by browsing to OptimizePress and Page Builder. When I click on Page Builder, it's going to open up the page builder here in a lightbox. Now we just need to start following the on-screen instructions. So I'm going to name the page, we'll call it Demo 1. And then you're going to have a couple of different options. The first option is you can choose to start building your page with a blank page. This will allow you to choose from our basic layouts for landing pages, marketing or sales pages, and membership pages. You'll then be able to create and customize your page to look however you'd like using that drag and drop live editor. The other option you have is to create your page using a content template. This is where we have a ton of pre-built templates already created for you. These will save you tons of time and will allow you to quickly create really professional looking pages in a very short amount of time. So let's first take a look at the option for starting with a blank page. I'm going to come back up here and I'm going to click on blank page, and then I'll scroll down and I'll click proceed to step 2. Now notice across the top here in the page builder it's showing us where we're at in the process. On this page, what we want to do is select which type of page we're trying to create. Are we trying to create a landing page, like a squeeze page or a webinar registration page? Or are we looking to create a marketing or sales page? Or are we looking to create a membership page? Let's say what you're wanting to build here is a sales page. I'll select this and I'll click proceed to step 3 down here at the bottom. This is where we'll select the basic layout of our page. And here you'll see we have some different options. We have a full width page, we have a page with a border, we have a page with framed in content, and we have a raised header. And you'll notice you can click on the magnifying glass to see a quick preview of each layout. I'll select template style 1, and then I'll scroll down and click proceed to step 4. This is where we'll be able to set some basic settings for our page, including layout options, like do we want to use a header or not, do we want to have a footer area or not. We'll also be able to make some changes to the color scheme of the page, and we can look at specific on-page functionality, like is this page part of a launch funnel? Do we want to set an exit redirect? Is it a one-time offer page? Those types of things. Well, let's go over to layout. We'll choose to use a header, and if I scroll down you'll notice it's actually pulling in my default settings that I set earlier on in the process when I installed and configured my general settings or my global settings. So it's got my logo already, it already has my background color. Now I can change these. If I want to change these and overwrite those default settings on a page-by-page basis, I can right here. So I'll keep everything else as it is. Let's now click Save Settings. And what happens is, our page is now created, the basic layout settings are in place, and we are launched into the live editor, which is where we can start adding elements. You'll notice it's a blank page. It has our header and basic layout settings that we would have set up in the page builder in place, and now we can start adding the different elements that we want to have on this page. And we do that with the live editor. Now I'm going to show you the live editor in another video, but for now, that's how you would use the blank page option. Let's look at the other option where you can use pre-built content templates to get a faster start on your page, because I think you're really going to like that. So let's close out of the live editor. Let's create another page to use one of the content templates with. So I'm going to come back over here to OptimizePress and Page Builder, just like before, and I'm going to create a new page. So I'm going to name this one Demo 2. And then instead of the blank page option, I'm going to select the Use a Content Template option, which opens up these other options down here below. Now you have a lot of really great pre-built pages that you can use as your starting point for your page. And they're all different kinds of pages. You'll see here is a home page ATM page. You have lots of different opt-in page templates, sales pages, and you'll notice these are modern updated designs, by the way. And I mentioned earlier webinar registration pages, and here are some templates you can use to set up those pages. Now what you're seeing here is just the start. There are actually a lot more templates that are going to be added very soon. But remember, these are just a starting point. You can customize these if you'd like to. The point with these, though, is that they look really good right out of the box, and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. Let's choose a template. Let's choose we'll choose this template, and I'll scroll down to the bottom and click Proceed to Step 2. Now what this does immediately is it launches us into the live editor. Now we're going to go through the live editor in another video, but I just wanted to show you how much time you can save by using these pre-built content templates. If I click Show Hide Controls, you'll notice this page already looks really good. Using the live editor, now you'll be able to go in and get rid of elements you don't want, move elements around as you'd like just by dragging and dropping. You can even go into the different elements and edit them to be exactly what you want with your text, changing out text size, text color, fonts, everything you'd want to change. So just a quick review. You can get to the page builder from anywhere within your WordPress admin area by browsing to OptimizePress Page Builder. When you click Page Builder, it's going to launch in a lightbox the Page Builder. You then follow the on-screen instructions to name your page, and then you can select to start from a blank page or to start by using a content template. Once you've gone through the Page Builder using either one of these two options, as we've seen in this video, you're launched into the live editor. And that's what I'd like to show you next, because that's where the real power of OptimizePress comes in. I'll see you in the live editor video. In the Page Builder video, we looked at how to get started creating your pages. In fact, if I click on Pages over here in my WP admin area, we'll see the two demo pages that we created, Demo 1 and Demo 2. So let's start out by going into the live editor here for our first demo page that we built, the one that's a blank page. If I just click on Demo 1, you'll see I have the two options here to either go into the Page Builder or to go straight to the live editor. So I'm going to go straight to the live editor and just launch that. And it will launch in a lightbox just as before. Once here in the live editor, now we just start adding elements, and it's super easy to do. I'm going to get started by clicking Add a New Row. Now I can choose simple layouts, like one column or multiple columns, all of equal width, or I can get a little bit more complex and choose one of these more complex layouts. I'm going to add a one column layout here first. So I'll select it and scroll down and click Insert into Page. This is where I can choose what elements I'd like to include in this row that I've just added. So I'm going to click Add Element. This pulls up the OptimizePress element browser. Using the element browser, you can now select what it is you'd like to add to your page. Do you want to add two columns of text, some arrows, an audio player, a bullet block, and as you can see as I scroll through here, you have tons and tons of options. Now, within the element browser, it is searchable, so you can just type in what you want to add here. So if we wanted to add a headline, I'll just type headline, and it pulls up the headline element. Now if I click that, it's going to take us over here to where we can choose the style of headline we'd like. We have different headline options, as you can see. You can scroll through these and check out what you have there, decide what you want to add. Let's add this kind of headline. That looks kind of fun. And then we'll put the text for our headline. And then if I scroll down in this window, I can change the size of the text. Let's make it a big headline. I can change the font if I'd like. I'm going to leave it to the theme default. And you can change the color, etc. I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to keep it centered. And I'm going to click Insert down here at the bottom. Now we have added our headline. And if we come over here on the left and click Show Hide Controls, this will get rid of these control elements that you see there so that we can get a good preview of what our page might look like. Now the other way we can do this is we can click Save and Continue at any point in the process, and once it has saved, we can click to view the public link, and it will open up in a new tab or new window for us so that we can actually take a look and preview our page. So let's go ahead and add a couple other elements to our page. Back here in the element browser, I'm going to click the Show Hide Controls again, and I'm going to add a new element into this same row that we already added. And let's say we just want to add a little descriptive text box. There we go, a text block right there. I'll go ahead and click on that, and I'll go ahead and add in our text, and then I'll click Insert. So now we have a headline, we have some introductory text, and that looks pretty good. Let's add another row here. We'll add a 2-column row this time. Scroll down and click Insert. So now it's showing us our 2 columns. And on this side, let's say we want to have a little video. So I'll click on Video Player, and I'll select this. And here we can select which type of video we're going to put in. We can use embed code. This would be for if you're using Easy Video Suite or Wistia or something like that. Or we could use a URL. That's if you just have the URL from Amazon S3 or wherever you're hosting your video and you want to use the built-in player. Or if it's video from YouTube, you can go ahead and grab the YouTube video URL. I'm going to go ahead and enter in a YouTube URL. Now if I scroll down, you'll notice you can customize things. You can have it autoplay or not. You can hide YouTube controls, etc. I'm just going to leave it as is and click Insert. Now it's going to show us that we have a placeholder here at this point for our video. And then over here, why don't we go ahead and add an opt-in form? I'm going to click Add Element. Then I'm going to search for an opt-in box. Click here and it'll show us our different styling options for opt-in boxes. So you can scroll through these, select the one you want. I'll just select this one. And now we can start configuring our opt-in form. So the first thing we want to do is choose an integration type. I'm going to click on this select menu here, and because I've integrated Aweber with my OptimizePress at the API level, Aweber appears in this list. Whichever email marketing service or services you've connected at the API level through the OptimizePress dashboard will be displayed here in this select menu. So I'm going to select Aweber. Once I select Aweber, it's now connecting to my Aweber account, and it's pulling up a list here of the different lists I have set up already in my Aweber account. Now this is a demo Aweber account, so I just have the one list, but that's fine. I'll select this one. Next, I need to specify my thank you page URL. This would be the page somebody sent to as soon as they fill out the form. So if I'm using double opt-in, I would probably want to put the URL of a page here that specifies that they need to go check their email address to confirm their email. So whatever that page might be, I'll just put a page in here for now. And if I need to add extra fields, I can do that here. But I'm going to leave this just as it is so I can show you how simple it is to integrate an Aweber opt-in form. Look at that. We've got our first name, we've got our email address, and we've got a button. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got so far. I'm going to click Show Hide Controls. This page is already starting to look pretty nice. I think maybe I'll want a little text up above the opt-in form. So let's go ahead and tick this on again. And then I'm going to add a new element over here in this area. And I'm just going to add a headline here. And I'll do a standard headline. And the text is going to be great. And we'll set the size of that right there. And we'll leave everything else as it is and click Insert. So now we have a little headline here. Now obviously I want this headline to be up above, so I'm going to come hover over this element, and you'll see I have some options. It's kind of hard to see them, but I'll mouse over them so you can see them really well. First option is to edit it. If I wanted to go in and edit that text, change the size, change the color, change the wording, whatever, I would click this little edit icon. Here I have a settings icon. Here is the one we're looking for. This is the one if we want to move this element, and here we can also delete the element. So I'm going to click and drag on this Move the Element option, and I'm going to drag it up above, and now my headline is up above our form. Great. So you get the idea. You can add elements, You can delete elements, you can drag elements around however you'd like them, and when you want to preview what your page might look like, you click the Show Hide Controls button and it'll give you a good preview. If you want to actually see it, go ahead and save and continue. Once it's saved, click on the View Public link and it'll open up your page in a new window so you can take a look at what we've got. So here's our video, we've got our headline, our text, another little headline over here with our opt-in form that's already connected to our Aweber account. So as you can see, it's very easy to use the live editor. When you're ready to publish your page, over here in the left column of the live editor, simply change draft to publish. Then click Save and Continue. Now if we go over to our All Pages list, we'll see that our Demo 1 page has now been published. If we launch our other demo page into the live editor, you can start to see the power of those content templates, because those content templates come pre-populated with lots of default elements already positioned and styled to look really nice. Now you can go in and edit these just as we did when we started with a blank page, but right out of the box you already have some really great elements that you can just go into, edit, and make your own. One other thing I wanted to point out here in the live editor, when you edit any one of these elements, you'll notice up at the top, in many places, you'll find this little icon right here. If you click on that icon, depending on where you're at within OptimizePress, it will open up a corresponding help video or article to help you on your way. And that's the live editor. So don't be afraid to go click around in the live editor, remembering that any elements you add, you can configure or edit or change or even delete later if you'd like to. Now go build some pages.